Hello friends, I'm Meenu. Welcome to my channel Storytell. Today we're going to talk about one of my current favorite books, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This will be my first book in the classic tag. I've been meaning to read this book for a very long time. It took me 2 years to actually complete this book because when I first bought this book back in 2018, I read almost 80% of the book, and after that I lent it to a friend. She returned to me after 2 years, like few days ago, and I finished it in one sitting. I had to read it again because there's only so much my brain can hold. I read it back in 2018, so you can expect how much I could remember. So I reread it again, and it was worth rereading because it's such an amazing book. It's a classic for a reason. As I'm from India, so English is not actually my first language. There are some schools which has English as first language, but my school didn't. So I didn't actually get to read this book back in school or in college. I know many of you have read it when you were very young, but I read it here right now in 2020, and still I can see it has the same impact. Of course, 2020 is the year where killing of George Floyd happened, and after seeing that, I can see how much we have actually progressed, and by the look of it, not much. So I think if there are people who have still not read this book, they should, and they should open their mind a little bit more, because this world 2020, we're in 21st century, we need that. We cannot be so backward again. This book was released in 1960, and right now we're in 2020. How much longer do we need to actually evolve? We cannot keep on judging them on their race, color, sex, gender. We cannot do that anymore. This is a classic book, so there's nothing new I can tell you about it. You have read it, you know the story, you know Atticus, you love him, you love his integrity, you think he's a moral compass, and he is. You love Scout and you love Jem, and you think their innocence was lost, so you're right, it was. This town is very much in deep in prejudices and racism, and Atticus is the only person who's willing to actually fight against those. The main plot of the story is Atticus is a lawyer. He lives in this town, Makeup County, with his 2 children, Jem Finch and Scout Finch. He's a lawyer by profession, and he's the only one who is willing to defend Tom Robinson, who is a colored person who was wrongly charged with the rape of a white woman. But as I said earlier, the town is very much backward, so they are not willing to accept that a Negro, like they like to call it, can be innocent. He was charged guilty the day that white lady accused him of rape. There was a trial, but it wasn't a fair trial. Even though Atticus wanted it to be, he begged the jury, he begged to the judge to make it fair, but it was all in vain. The jury's final decision set things in motion. After that, a couple of events happened. Tom Robinson got killed while he was trying to escape jail because he knew what fate was lying for him, and Jim, one of Atticus's kid, lost his innocence forever. I'm not going to reveal you the ending, even though I know you have read it, but I'm not gonna reveal you the ending. There's a line in this book that I really like and which is very touching, so I'm gonna read it for you. This scene happens after the jury decides that Tom Robinson is guilty, and Jem, who is very much upset with the result, he asks Atticus, "How could they do it? How could they?" Atticus replies, "I don't know, but they did it. They have done it before, and they did it tonight, and they'll do it again, and when they do it, seems that only children weep." How true is that line? And even in 2020, I have seen it happen. So I can feel this line. This line is very close, and this line is very personal. And this is a very touching book. I keep on saying it because I really felt it. There are certain humorous scenes in the book, like when Scout thinks that she's gonna marry Dill, her friend who comes out of town, and how they are gonna live together. Those scenes are innocent, and this comes very nicely. They comes across as humorous and also very innocent. So I really like those scenes. I also like the story about Boo Radley. I think it was a very nice touch, and it also shows that the rumors aren't always true. What people say about you is not true, and you do not actually know about a person until you have walked in their shoes, which is also a quote from the book. And Boo Radley, even though on the outside through people's gossip he came across as a bad guy at the start, but we saw that he actually came out as a hero in the end. Overall, this was a very good read and a very enjoyable book. I really loved Harper Lee, and I really loved this book. And this is it for the videos, guys. I hope you like this talk, and I hope you like more in the future. If this is the classic and this is the first one, if this is how it's gonna start, then I'm really excited for the journey, and I hope you're excited too. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Until then, see you.